Hello there, YouTube. Charlie Brawley back at you with another video. Guys, I want to talk to you all about how to think about and manage risk, variance, the very things that causes you to fail. You always got to consider this as a business. The moment you think of it as a gambler, you're going to get the results of a gambler. All right, so let's just go here. It's actually written. I don't know how many of you guys have actually went through here and read this stuff. It's a lot of good information, but I'm just going to go right here. This is not going to be a long video at all, but it's important, guys. Like, risk management and patience is greater than whatever strategy you have. All right, if you have those two things, you're by far greater than most people who are even thinking about doing this. If you have patience and you got a good level or idea of risk management. All right, so here are the top, 10 commandments of Shadowmax 99 risk management. Number 1, trust the math, not your gut. I can't tell you how many times I've had people say, oh, we should do it this way. We should do it this way. Well, why do you have a breakdown? Why 30 minutes? I think we should play it. They just emotional it's the gambler in you that's raging that wants to do something without any type of control, without any type of ledger. All right. You got to trust the math. That's the reason why when people say, oh, it doesn't work. It's this. Okay, show me the math. And you can't show the math by what you did just an hour ago. Okay, it's almost like that's the reason I say, when you take a demo doesn't tell you everything about what's going to happen throughout the year. If you go test drive a car for an hour, that doesn't tell you everything about the car at all. At all. I don't know how old many of you guys are, but if you've lived any kind of life, you've probably bought cars. They call them lemons, right? It feels good in the beginning, but after a while, it's like, yo, this thing doesn't work at all. You know why? Because you got to do your due diligence. Your due diligence is in this market is all about the mathematics of it. That's the reason why I take so much time to try to drill down the understanding and the logic of it, so that when you actually operate it, you don't operate like a gambler. You understand that this is a long-term process. All right. So number 1, trust the math, not your gut. The system's edge is purely mathematical. Your feelings, hunches, and predictions are irrelevant and a liability. Execute the signals, not your emotions. Number 2, a skip is a profitable decision. What the skip is, guys, that's stop loss. Okay, that's what that means. The filtration engine's greatest strength is avoiding bad shoes. Choosing not to play is an active, profitable risk management decision. We have this built in the system to help people who don't have that, which is actually one of the things in here, one of the commandments about the lock mode. But the skipping part is the stop loss. So what you're doing, you're skipping variance. The ups and the down, the wave of it all, right? Or you're at least dodging it. So for example, to end up at a minus 100, it starts off at -3 first. So by having a stop loss, that means you stop the trend. Everything has trends, guys. That's the whole point. Like, even something as good as this, the only way these numbers are what we even claim is because of stop losses. So if you don't have any type of discipline, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how good the system is if you fail as a manager. Number 3, respect the hard stops. No exceptions, unless you just want to gamble. That's the reason why I open it up and allow people, allow folk to, I think it's going to show up here. Let's end this shoe. You should see right here, standard mode or lock mode. You get to choose your own poison. Now, standard mode, you could do a lot more. It's a lot more flexibility. However, you got to be disciplined, because if you're not disciplined, it's not going to matter, right? You're going to just lose. Eventually, you're going to lose. All right, so respect the hard stops. The reason why these are created, guys, is because in order for us to even get how this thing says right here in the beginning, this 100 million simulations, I'm not making this up, guys. Like I could do, and I think I am going to do a couple videos showing artificial intelligence going through the data and the numbers. But the only way this worked was because of these hard stop losses. Now, with that said, if you understand this enough, if you work at it enough, you'll, like I often tell you guys, when you think about the algorithm, this part right here, these algorithms, if you study really what they're doing, and I got more videos to talk about that, guys, you could really do a bang up job coloring outside the lines, but you still have to have a level of discipline. That's the reason why we have the stop loss measure. So you could respect them or not. It's up to you. All right. You always got to consider, again, this is a long-term game. All right. It's not something that's just here for the day. Your bankroll is your business. Set a unit size that you comfortably can lose money on. So we already have this set. Our bankroll is set at a maximum at 2% minimum bet size. All right. And that's kind of aggressive. But we are capped at 2%, which is when you're on the system, it's going to automatically lock you in anyway. Understand variance is not failure. This is a really good one. Losing sessions are a predictable and calculated part of the business model. I can't tell you how many people run away just because they had one losing session or a couple losing sessions, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work. Because I guess in the mind of a gambler, the way things should supposed to work is that you don't supposed to ever lose, really. That's how the gambler thinks, not a businessman. A businessman knows that there are going to be days when you open up your door and you're not going to have an influx of customers. You may even go a week, sometimes months, without even having any real significant customers. That's part of business. It's a variant that's part of everything. But the gambler in us just thinks that you don't ever have to. Nothing like that happens. So you gotta, like this says, stay the course. The math, okay, it prevails over time. Not just a small time, over time. Okay? Lock in profits, don't be greedy. Well, we have stop losses and stop wins. But if you are electing to do this under the standard version, listen, we've had one guy. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick here, just to show you. Just to show you really quick. I'm gonna pull up some stats where we had one user who right here, you see this? +3 stop win violations. He had 20. That means he made 3 units and kept going 20 times. 20 times. 144 shoes. He had 20 times where he had made at least 3, and 20 times he kept going. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's not the problem. The problem is, and that's not even a problem for him. Actually, he's up units. But the problem is when you're greedy and you don't lock in your profits. Greed. And if you're a greedy person, if you're an undisciplined person, like this one says, number 8, use the lock mode. The lock mode is built for people who lack discipline, who want to do this consistently and grow over time by mathematics versus trying to just hammer your way through it. You could you can hammer your way through this, but you gotta have the discipline. Number 7, patience pays more than actions. The system may require you to wait for right conditions. Forcing trades or getting impatient leads to errors. Waiting is part of the work. Well, of course we know that, but patience is part of the work, meaning in the part where you're in for a week, you may start the week and you may be down -12 Monday and Tuesday. All is not lost. Continue your consistency. Okay. If you're professionally doing this, you should be doing 10 shoes a day. If you're doing it every day, okay, you should be doing 10 shoes a day. And when you do 10 shoes a day, when you first start on the system, guys, the reason why I have the It's pretty much an unlimited access. It's so that you don't just jump up here like a gambler and just start gambling. Take the time and go through it. Okay, take the time and go through it. If this information is valuable enough and what I've built here using artificial intelligence is good enough, it's also good enough for you to go and investigate it. Take the time. When you actually join, don't just say, okay, I'm just going to start playing, making money. This is a business. Wouldn't you want to know about the business you're in? Wouldn't you want to study it? Or do you not care? You just go do it. I mean, that's the reason why this industry makes so much money. It's because of the ladder. The mindset of the ladder. People don't think, they don't want to do, they just go and do. All right. Number 9, review your stats regularly. It's a part of business. How else will you know where you are unless you know where your numbers are? Review the stats. The stats are in here. All right. If the stats are not making any sense, send an email. Go right to contact us. Say, hey, the stats not making any sense. Help me with my numbers. What am I seeing here? What am I wrong? Go through there because I have them on my side and you should have them on your side. Consistency over intensity. Grinding out small, consistent wins daily is infinitely more powerful than chasing one massive, high-risky payday. Guys, that could be, I mean, that's probably, when I say slam dunk right here, guys, if you're going to just even focus on making 3-5 units a day consistently, you'd be a millionaire by the end of this year with this software. But you got to be consistent daily, okay? Every day. So risk management is a big part of what you're doing, guys. Okay? It's a long-term business. It's not a short-term. You can't look at something that happened today and say, okay, this is the litmus for what's going to happen for the rest of the year. That means you haven't studied it. It means you haven't thought about it. You haven't read about it. You haven't inquired about it. This is a business for me. Okay, it should be a business for you if that's where you're going to put your time and your money. But if you're going to take your time and your money and you don't know your business, that's why they call you gamblers. This is not everybody. Okay, everybody's who I'm saying this to is not have this problem. I just want everybody to win. And I see a huge flaw in most people's game, no matter how great the system. And that's the gambling side. The not thinking about the risk management side, not playing by the rules side, chasing losses side, going beyond the rules well over 20 times side. He's not the only one. There's a lot of people who do that. I have it in the background. So when people say, oh, it doesn't work, you can go right here in the background and I can go look at your stats. And I can tell you by your stats what's happening. and the people who are successful, the successful ones, let me see if I can go here. And I'm done, guys. I'm done. Let's see if I could pull see if I can show you. I think this, no, I don't know if this is it. 1 second, guys. Nope, that's not him. I think this one, he's the full access. Okay. All right. So he has a cumulative bankroll from his start was at 1194 to where he's at now. He's just recently started and he's growing into it, right? But you could see here the growth. But here's what I want to point out is look at these violations. 0, 0, 0. All right. So he's up totally. He's moved up. All right. But one of the things is that he doesn't have these violations. He didn't have these violations. This cumulative performance, that's not the total. That's cumulative of the day. So that -7. So his total increase is actually up. All right, and actually I probably should express this more better in here. But my whole point is this, guys. When you manage your risk, when you manage your time, when you manage what you do, it's only going to favor. It's only going to favor you in the end. All right? It's only going to be a benefit, not a detriment. All right? Listen, guys, go to shadowmaxtrading.com. This is a long-term business solution to gambling. This is not gambling. It's a mathematical solution. But you can't go in here thinking that you're going to gamble your way through it. It's got to be a systematic consistency. If that's not you, I don't even know why you even here. Just go gamble. And don't spend a dime on anybody's system. If you're just going to gamble, why would you pay for someone's system? You don't need to pay it because it don't matter how great the system is. You're gonna lose it. So just go gamble. With that said, guys, shadowmaxtrading.com, guys. We got the solution. Take the free demo. We are fixing things. Things are getting better and improving. So you may see bugs from time to time. As you see them, click on the contact us. Let me know what you see. Write a description. Don't just send a screenshot. Tell me what you're seeing. All right. And then from there, we can make adjustments. But we're getting better and better and better. We have more updates going to be coming on to the system. So please stay tuned. But again, if you have anything questions-wise, system-wise, go into contact us and let us know. If it's a bug, if it's a technical issue, if it's anything, billing, whatever it is, just let us know. And we're going to get right on top of it. Until the next time, guys, shadowmaxtrading.com. Take care.